it's Jeanette and Evan Raoof. I love your last name, Evan Raoof. Raoof. Raoof.
On fire. On fire. Yep.
And I tell people the way that they can pronounce my last name is Think Karate Gadati. Both of us have names where it's easy for people to mispronounce. What kind of names do people say when they try to say your last name?
Roof.
Roof is.
And it's very simple, 2 syllables, but roof, yes.
Evan, he is my fitness person who got me to ease up on my lower back pain. I went to Evan through Happy Neighborhood Project. My main concern when I joined Evan's coaching is to help me with my lower back pain. How'd you get rid of my lower back pain, Evan?
You did the work. That's what happened.
That's right. He gets all the credit. I get the benefit.
What happens is you get to a point where you're frustrated, and we just did a series of assessments to evaluate what's really a source of the pain. If it's muscular, I can help you. We determined some movements we need to do and just started having you do them the right way. Your body's meant to move in a certain way. Once you get in alignment, you start feeling better.
So when you're assessing clients, what I like about Evan is he really listens. He listens to what my pain points are so that he can correctly assess and resolve the issue. So when I came to you saying, hey, my lower back is achy, and when I stand up from sitting down for so long, I notice my lower back. What's the solution to that? So strategically, how did you know what exercises to have me work on to help me get rid of my issue?
Everybody the last year or so has been sitting down an awful lot, but as a source of it, asking the questions of how long you've had this pain outside of the last year. Everybody that sits down at a desk all day long is going to have a source of lower back pain after a period of time because the muscles are tight. Your glute muscles and hamstring. The assessments, I call the Living Audit, really kind of evaluating how your muscles are moving. If we can see instability in certain muscle areas, then we can identify the exercises we need to do. We did that, and we just started doing the exercises to help promote flexibility throughout the joints. And the more that you actually adapt it, do the exercise on a regular basis and look at progressions of exercise, then you reduce the pain. If it's muscular, it will work. If it's structural, there's certain things we need to be mindful of. If it's structural, then that means a physical therapist or someone else needs to look at it. Most people need to be just doing the basics and progress from there.
And I noticed that after a while, and it didn't take long, we've had about 8 sessions together, I transitioned from noticing my back pain all day, especially in the morning, to all of a sudden, I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to think about it. And if I didn't have to think about it, it meant it didn't bother me. So somehow you got me from where I was all the way to where I wanted to be. So thank you, Evan. And it didn't take too long at all. What was your strategy to get rid of my lower back? Was it to strengthen my core?
But in regards to identifying that and being more specific of what you need, you're the body language coach. You can tell when someone's not sitting upright or not slouching forward. If you're stronger and more flexible and you can sit better in your chair without having pain in your back, your presentations will be better. You don't even notice it until all of a sudden, like, oh my God, I did awesome. Sometimes it's simply being able to walk your car upstairs to the bedroom, the groceries. I've had people say that, doing things in the garden without any back pain. Things that you enjoy in life, you get to enjoy more because you don't have the pain. And there's a lot of thought and stress goes into your mind because you have pain that you are constantly thinking about.
We want pain to be one less thing that we think about every day and experience. Tell the audience your background, Evan, and what you specialize in.
I've been doing this for about 20 years. I started as a personal trainer, and I consider myself more a lifestyle coaching consultant because we've talked about this before. Exercise is important. A lot of people that are talking about taking supplements, talking about eating healthy. But the most important thing that people need to be mindful is their mindset. What's your outcome and what's your purpose in life? Developing a purpose and really deciding, okay, I'm worthy of getting myself healthy and fit and getting the fear out of that. Really understanding how it can be done. And this is what I got to do and put a structure in place for them to be successful. It doesn't take a lot of time. Most people are frustrated and angry and discouraged when they see me. And then because they've tried it all and they haven't done anything, they're at a
nothing personal, right?
Yeah. Nothing personal. Once you start understanding how your body works and you notice those differences, transformation happens. Your motivation, you come to see me, turns into inspiration because they actually understand what they're doing and to stay with it longer.
I'm imagining a lot of your clients come to you when they've tried several things and they come to you in pain or with the desire of getting better fitness and health.
Yes.
I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I feel stronger. I even have biceps and I'm working on my triceps. So
When I'm talking to people in my first session, their body language, addressing how they work to be able to communicate with them really effectively has helped me a great deal. Some things I've already done, but I get able to put a name or an acknowledgement to what I've already known. It's important because you have to know how to address people because every piece of the puzzle is important, not one thing. Exercise can't done alone. Eating right can't be done alone. Supplementation, and you can't just work on your mindset without taking actionable steps.
and you help people get from the state of status quo to off of the fence to take action to get them where they want to go. And Evan's right. His clients do all the work. He's coaching and motivating. What inspired you to pursue your profession?
I was born with the foremost cerebral palsy. It impacted the right side of my body. I was about 9 years old, and my doctor told me, the physical therapist told me, you have to do those exercises. It was one summer. I didn't do them at all and didn't wear my brace. I did them. And I'm very fortunate because I've been fortunate to work with many clients that have it, cerebral palsy or other issues, that really just to get them being stronger in their core to be able to push their wheelchair along was very impactful. The important thing is it allows me to be present for everybody that I work with because everybody has a story to tell, but also too is knowing that exercise helps everybody in some way, shape, or form. You have to know how to address them. That's important. I just got started after doing a few different things and decided this was time. I decided to do it and went to a certification. Said, hey, let's go.
I like hearing your backstory because it helps me better understand why you're so passionate about helping others get through their challenges and get to a better state of being. Can you share what the first session with a new client is like?
My first session really is understanding where they are because they are frustrated, angry, and upset about some things because they've tried things. It's different now with social media because people see you regularly. I have a few questions that I ask to get their health history and everything. And then I have 4 or 5 exercises that I actually put someone through to help me understand how your body moves, how your body communicates to yourself and to me so that I can help address that. I can tell if knees turn in or ankle lifts, whether the calf muscles stretch, the adductors are tight, then we can address what muscles should be addressed in terms of being stretching and flexibility. And sometimes it's just cueing someone the right way to acknowledge what they do. That's in the first session, so we actually understand where that is. And then you give the person a little more confidence about how they're moving. Because if they're doing something right, we just have to help them think about it differently. If they're not doing it right because of muscular imbalance, we can start correcting it right away, right there. Then we start looking at that. Then I usually give them a food log or a homework assignment and bring them back again to help them understand, okay, let's do this. So that allows me to show me their commitment level to themselves. It's important. If I can sell you on the idea of you doing this on your own, then it's easier for me to work with you, then we see how we can work together. But my whole goal is really help you really take ownership of your health.
Because it's their life and their body and their mindset. You really listen, you read the body. I read the body professionally to assess connection and rapport, navigating through what the body is revealing, especially if it has to do with deception. You're reading the body to see how the client moves and stands and sits and does the exercises, and then you can offer exercises to adjust to proper alignment.
I've done this for a while, but working with you allowed me to acknowledge, to be more present to someone, to be able to know that I was actually doing that.
Yeah.
And that was a big impact of how I work with people too.
When we have sessions together, I will be doing the exercises and Evan will ask me a question and I'm not responding verbally. I give him the thumbs up. And if he asks, can you do more? Can you do more? This is what I do. Meaning, get out of here. So I'm not the best client, but hey, I finished the session, thank God, and I'm thinking, when's this session going to end with this guy?
The session that's important. It's the things that happen outside of the session that's more impactful. So
why is it important to learn how to lift heavy things, Evan?
First thing, even someone who actually has flexibility issues, you're aligning the body to move the right way, and then you become stronger, and then lifting heavy things helps you maintain that posture. But also too is when you're living a healthy lifestyle, you start eating healthy thermogenically through the food you eat, your body burns fat to boost your metabolic rate to balance your hormones. And when you start exercising, your muscles start burning fat and really allowing your metabolism to increase to help balance your hormones out, and your body starts feeling better. It's really important to really take it on to challenge your body. I don't want you working hard. I want you to feel challenged. We can know you're here. I can push you here, and you're going to feel like gratified because you push yourself. But you have no idea where you're going. That's a lot of people doing. They work out a couple times, work too hard, and then you take a couple days off, and it's like, well, they're back to where they were. But being consistent and also knowing when to challenge yourself the right way is important.
I've really enjoyed our time together, Evan, because you were present with me. You got me to do effective exercises that I could handle. I always felt that I was able to do the exercises, and most importantly, I received results. I felt the results of our work together.
It's the training program. I gave you a guideline to follow on a regular basis daily, and you followed it. And the thing is, if you do the work, you'll get the result.
And that's true not only in fitness, but in every aspect of our life. When we do consistent work, Evan and I are both entrepreneurs. So when we consistently do the work, we get better results. So that applies to every one of us. What does fit living mean to you and your clients?
Fit living really is being present for your life. We talk about posture, but it's like the way you stand in the world for where you are is based on your physical and emotional health. Being fit is really emotional fitness, and optimal health leads into making the choices and creating those habits to be present for your life. It's important that we actually take that on, because most advertisers are going to tell you it's weight loss and it's aging as well. But you know what? It's the moments you share with your family that are most important. It's being, as a business owner, it's being profitable in your business. If you can get something done a lot faster, you're more profitable.
I mentally and emotionally and physically feel stronger. I'm more toned and fit. And so that energy and that body language shows up. That helps me because my whole profession is about body language. And so I feel that a body language expert needs to show proper alignment and proper fit and form. There are many body language experts who are not in shape. So there's a disconnect from what they're saying about body language, and yet they don't respect their own bodies.
I've watched you in your masterclass. You give great tools to be aware of body language, and also tools to be able to get in the right state at a moment's notice.
We give off nonverbal messages and impressions and energy wherever we are, and people absorb that and interpret that. And so we want to send out the best impressions possible. How is Fit Living Academy adapting to the environment we are in and as we move into the future?
When I first started, I started to go to people's homes, and then we had a studio in Massachusetts, and then we moved to Michigan, and then we were working inside of a facility. And then we got locked down, all my clients went virtual. My services haven't changed in a lot of ways, except that the way I deliver the services are different. So through Zoom, as more and more gyms are not opening up, or they're different parameters, more and more people are going to be doing more workouts in their homes. We also do wellness and weight loss programs inside of allied health professionals' offices. So partnering with chiropractors and other professionals that we can actually implement these programs in their office. So we can actually have kind of a joint venture to work together to provide overall wellness to everybody. Get everybody to feel comfortable where they are, to start wherever they are.
And I personally like the privacy of my own home. I can be myself in my own safe environment. I always sense that Evan was right there present with me, giving me his full attention. Evan, how can people contact you?
I'm on social media at Evan Raoof, EVANRAOOF. And you can find me at LinkedIn, Alignable, Facebook. It's evanroof.com is my professional site for the health professionals.
Make sure if you have a question for Evan about health and fitness, please let him know, and we will look at all of the questions, and if there's enough questions, we'll do a webinar about your questions. And if you have questions about body language and detecting deception, make sure you contact me. I'm a truth and deception detection expert focusing on relationships, psychology, and body language. I bust liars, okay? So you can get a hold of me at acrobodylanguage@gmail.com or on social media at acrobodylanguage.com. Everybody, enjoy your day and stay fit.